Almost like 80% of the players don't even know this about the game, and it's the reason why they probably lose so many of their fights. What's up, everyone? It's KK. Today we're going to talk about something that is very, very important, and that is going to be audio, in-game audio, and how to listen for sound, alright? Now, one thing you'll notice in a lot of my videos when I'm PvPing, I catch the players using my ears first before I even see them. And on a map like Resort where it's so dense, that's something you're going to have to learn how to do. Find the players with your ears first and not with your eyes. So let's go ahead and get into this. I need you to pay attention to me right now because what I'm going to tell you is something that a lot of people will never tell you or talk about in Exfil zone, okay? So listen to my current running audio, okay? Now this audio sounds very good, right? It's nice and loud, you can hear my footsteps, and that's because I'm wearing a very good helmet here. This helmet here actually has headphones on it, and I know this looks like just a cosmetic item, but no, these headphones on this helmet actually amplify the audio of your in-game sound, all right? So if I run now, you're not going to really tell much of a difference between me having this on and off because this one right here amplifies it, but the running without a helmet on is already decently loud, all right? But it's not going to be the best. Now let me show you something. If I was to go ahead and put an Alton on my head, right? Something that has complete ear cover, there's no headphones in here. Now listen to my running audio. I'm going to run here. This is normal audio. Now look what happens when I put the Alton on. You see the difference now? It's completely changed. Take it off. Much louder audio. Put it on. Much lower audio, all right? Now, this is something you have to pay attention to in your raids, and it may be the reason why players are creeping up on you and you're not paying attention, all right? Now, it doesn't work with just these two helmets. Obviously, it works with any helmet. Even a helmet like this that isn't, as crazy as cover as an Alton, but it still doesn't have any headphones on it. This is my normal running audio. And then I put the helmet on. And you can see it's even muffled. Now this one's actually even different than the Alton, all right? I can compare these two here and you can tell they're different. Now let me switch them off. If you pay attention, all these helmets actually have different patterns, okay? Now, because of this, I'm not saying that this helmet right here is going to be better because if you see here, when I put this one on and off, it slightly increases the hearing power of what I can hear. So let me run. Now put it on. It's hard to tell, but the audio is slightly sharper. Off. On. Slightly sharper, okay? Now, using this and knowing this information is going to allow you to play differently depending on how you're playing your raid, okay? When you're using an Alton, you may not want to be running around too much because you're going to be making really, really loud footstep audio while a player is running around with a helmet like this, and they're going to hear you much faster than you hear them, all right? It's things like that that you have to understand while you're playing the game to help you adapt and play your raids correctly. So now that you know different helmets affect the way that you're hearing audio in the game, let's just talk about audio in general, okay? Now, one thing that just hurts my soul when I watch people play this game is when they constantly go around the map and they run everywhere. They run in the high traffic areas, they're inside of a building somewhere, and they're just running from this little spot here to this little spot to grab this item to this little spot here, not realizing that your running audio can be heard from miles away. You can be running inside this building right here. I can be outside way over here just listening to you the whole time, okay? Audio in this game is absolutely disgusting, and it's like the #1 tactic you can use to take out players so easily. People think that I'm good at this game or I just have so much skill, but half of the time it's just the players that I'm playing with aren't cautious of their surroundings, all right? They're constantly running, constantly, and I'm able to hear them half the time way before they even know that I'm there, and it's just an easy kill. So if I'm in this building right here, there's no need for me to run and just look for the loot, come over here, because I promise you, you're letting the whole map anywhere in your vicinity know where you're at. when I am moving around the map, I am always just doing a normal walk, all right? And yes, people can hear you walking also, but the thing is, when someone is hearing a walk, they either have to think, okay, it could be a player or it could be a scav. They always have to second guess it. And the thing is, when players are running like this anyways, half the time they're not even hearing audio around them because they're running so loud. They're running, they're blocking out all this audio, they're wearing all tins on their head, and they're not even paying attention to their surroundings, okay? So when it comes to this game, if you're a player that's like me and you understand that walking around is key, make sure you turn your ears on, all right? As you're walking around, always listen for these players that are just running, those runners, okay? I should really make a nickname for these players, like runners that just run around the map everywhere, and they're just ADHD, hyper energetic, and they're just easy kills. You know, I can hear you coming from here, from, you know, across this wall over here if you're really running. It's just so easy. It's way too easy. One thing you'll notice all the best players do in this game is every single time they're moving, and as soon as they hear any footstep audio, they stop. They come to a dead stop, because the best players understand that once you can hear someone's footstep audio, they can hear yours also, and PvP is automatically activated. The best players, as soon as they hear each other's audio, they're already peeking the corner, they're already starting to pre-nade or pre-shoot, and they're trying to figure out ways to go ahead and get an advantage. What the uneducated players are going to do is they're going to run around here, they're going to get their loot, they're going to run around, they're going to come here, and all you're going to do is just wait, listen for their audio until they get close, and you take them out, all right? Now, for the players that are still doing this and, you know, running around everywhere they go, constantly running, you got to learn to stop that, all right? Especially on a map like Metro or just a map like Resort, where everything is just so close and compact. It's just so key that you keep your audio to a minimum, because that is going to be your survival, okay? Being hidden in an extraction game is one of the key factors of a fight that sways the outcome of it, all right? If you can have the jump on your target first, you're almost guaranteed your win by 70-60%, okay? So that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video in any way, go ahead and hit the like button, hit up the comment section, tell me what you think, give me any tips that you can give on audio or tips for anyone else. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content, and I'll catch you guys later.